The US is the world's largest economy in terms of nominal GDP. In 2016 it reached $18.5 trillion. At the same time, the national debt of the state is almost $20 trillion. The United States has no official state language, although most of the population uses the American variety of English. Spanish comes second in popularity and prevalence. Almost everywhere. All signs and announcements are written in both languages at once. The USA is a recognized superpower because of its comprehensive influence on other countries in the world. The U.S. Constitution is in full effect on the uninhabited atoll of Palmyra. Russia sold Alaska to the states for only $7.2 million. The U.S. has the longest highway network in the world, over 6.5 million kilometers, as well as the longest system of railroad lines. The first film in the world was presented in 1894 in New York. The tape was shown with the help of kinetoscope, invented by Thomas Edison. The following year the world's second motion picture was also shown in the same city. The most common and popular sport in the States is American soccer, aka rugby. The United States is the unrivaled leader in the number of Nobel Prizes received by its citizens. The United States is the only developed nation in the world that does not provide its citizens with free health care. A study by Harvard scientists found that nearly 45,000 Americans die each year due to lack of money for health insurance. The United States is a country with a record number of prisoners. By 2012, there were 730 convicted felons for every 100,000 Americans. America is considered the home of such popular musical genres as rock, jazz, blues, and hip-hop. It was in the United States that the first mass-produced automobile was produced and the Internet was invented. There is no centralized control over school education in the United States. There are no requirements for teacher qualifications, no teaching standards, and no approved textbooks. State and municipal authorities, as well as parents' committees, regulate children's education. According to statistics, Americans with higher education earn, on average, $1 million more over their lifetime than their less educated fellow citizens. More than half of American adults drink at least 1 cup of coffee a day. The area of the smallest of the 50 American states, Rhode Island, is about 4,000 square kilometers. At the same time, the largest state, Alaska, covers 1.7 million square kilometers. More than half of Americans, 63%, cannot find Iraq on the map. Only 1 in 10 Americans can find Afghanistan. The founding fathers of the United States drafted the Declaration of Independence on cannabis paper. According to polls, 13% of Americans believe that the sun revolves around the earth. For obvious reasons. These are mostly uneducated residents of the local rural hinterland. Hawaii is home to the highest mountain peak in the world. The height of the Mauna Kea underwater volcano allows it to surpass Everest by almost 2 kilometers. 1 in 8 families in the U.S. was created through online dating. The U.S. national debt is increasing by $150,000 every hour. The famous Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to the Americans in the late 19th century. It was designed by the future, at that time, creator of the Eiffel Tower, Gustave Eiffel. In Las Vegas, there is 1 slot machine for every 8 people in the city. About 250,000 U.S. residents are systematically beaten by their wives each year. A small town in Colorado celebrates a feast every year in honor of Mike the Rooster. If an urban myth is to be believed, a local resident once decapitated his rooster, but the bird survived and lived headless for 4 more years before dying of gluttony. 1 American consumes the same amount of resources as 32 people in Kenya. Thank you all, I hope it was interesting.